Hi all, welcome to the next episode of our series of guides here at Northreach. In this episode we're going to be taking you through all the things employers do not want to see on your CV so that you can secure your next job. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Formatting. When you see that CV, which is all bold, 3 different fonts, and every paragraph is a new font size. On first impressions, this just makes it look unprofessional and looks like you're almost not taking it seriously when looking for a new job. This is so easy to fix. Make sure headings and titles are underlined, it's all the same font, and font sizes don't change between paragraphs.
Spelling and grammar, something that a lot of people overlook. Make sure you double check your spelling and grammar. There is a lot of autocorrect features out there, but there's nothing wrong with double checking it with your own 2 eyes. This way it will show a little bit more confidence and more due diligence on your side of things, so when your manager's reading that CV, he knows confidently that you have good attention to detail.
Don't be vague. You know, if you've worked somewhere 4, 5, 6, 7 years or more, ask yourself the question, is covering those responsibilities in 2 or 3 bullet points going to be enough to give a true reflection of what you've done in that business?
Don't list every skill. Of course, CV is there to highlight you as the perfect person for a role, but that doesn't mean that the manager wants to hear about every skill you've collected over your career. Think about the role you're applying for, think about the relevant experience you've got, and use it as an opportunity to match them specifically, so that when reading your CV, the manager knows for sure that you've done this job before and that you'll be a good fit.
Responsibilities. By copying and pasting, you're going to make your CV very repetitive, meaning the hiring manager may not want to read it. If you keep talking about what the team did, it doesn't show your experiences and why you're right for the role. This is really simple to fix. All you need to remember is I, not we. Make sure that similar roles are still written individually, as I'm sure there were some differences, and make sure you mention responsibilities you did on a day-to-day and week-to-week basis.
Achievements. Make sure you put 2 or 3 key achievements in each role. This way the reader can get a real idea of what value you brought to the organisation.
Don't feel the need to list every single job that you've had. If you've worked for the last 10, 15, 20 years, ask yourself the question, is what I was doing 10, 15, 20 years ago relevant to what you're doing now, but more importantly, relevant to what you're applying for? Generally speaking, we advise to keep your work experience on your CV to the last 10 years.
Don't be boring. During most rounds of recruitment, you're going to be up against some very stiff competition. When that manager's going through 20 CVs, you want to make sure that you're not sending him or her to sleep. Remember, you might know you're right for this role, and me as the recruiter, I might know as well, but it's your CV that will determine whether or not you get the interview. So use it as an opportunity to shine a spotlight on what's unique about you, whether it's really challenging and exciting achievements that you've had through your career, or maybe stuff that you get up to outside of work. Maybe this is that chance to talk about that kayaking and skiing holiday you did a couple of years ago. But remember, there's no special recipe for this, and ultimately everybody's different, so put your spin on it.
And don't forget, once you've written your CV, share it with friends and colleagues. See what they think, get their opinions. Make sure you're putting yourself forward in the best light. And with all that in mind, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, check out all of our social medias and check on the website for more great opportunities.